after. So target also meaning your target market and what those motivated sellers look like. And then once you identify who those targets are, then you want to be able to find which avenues that you can then reach that target market. And we'll get to that in the next slide. So when we talk about identifying motivated sellers, what does that audience look like? For every market, it's going to be different. For DC, it's going to be different than Birmingham, Alabama, or Dallas, Texas, or Seattle, Washington, or Los Angeles, California. So what does the income level look like? What is their motivation? Let's start at what's their motivation, I think is probably the number one to find motivated sellers, right? Are you in a market where there's a lot of foreclosures? Is this a market where the housing inventory is extremely old, right? If it's old, then you're probably going to run into a lot of houses where people need to repair these or they're just in over their head, right? So that's a good market. So finding out what that motivation is. From there, then looking at that income level. What is the income level of the person that owns this type of house look like?
And what does it look like for us in this market in South Florida?
Yep, so for these two markets, especially here in DC, mainly it's a lot of older housing stock, and those income levels are generally a little bit higher than what we see in other parts of the country. So for example, a market like Binghamton, New York, right? Income level is not going to be anywhere near what it is here in DC.
But what is our actual, when you go on a Facebook and you target a demographic, what income level are we targeting here in the DC market?
Sure, so income level